2 months ago, Bitcoin blasted past 109K and the whole world flipped overnight. Guys were swiping EMIs on Rolexes like it's pocket change. Your Marina apartment you snagged for 5 million? Suddenly people are waving 14-15 million at you like it's nothing. Everyone's floating around like nothing can touch us. And then, out of the blue, wham! Bitcoin dumps to 74K. NASDAQ gets smoked almost 20%. Group chats are pure depression. Bro, it's over. Should I just sell everything and move to Bali? Yen carry trade killed us, man. And right now, today, November 29, 2025, 99% of people are shaking. But bro, listen to me carefully. This is not the end. This is the biggest setup of our lives. I'm going to break down the one thing that actually decides if you get rich or stay broke for the next 5 to 10 years. It's not Trump, it's not Powell, it's not earnings or GDP numbers. It's one word: liquidity. And today I'm breaking it down for you like we're just sitting together talking. No nonsense, no fancy vocabulary, just pure clarity. Stay till the end, and a red screen will never shake you again. Alright, man, first, the question that everyone throws at me is, what the hell is liquidity even? Picture the entire world as one giant party. NASDAQ, Bitcoin, your property, gold. These are the head turners, the flashy supercars everyone's chasing. Liquidity is the energy that keeps everything moving. When there's endless hype in the air, everyone's buzzing, prices are insane, and we all feel on top of the world. When someone cuts the flow, the buzz fades, prices cool off, and everyone starts getting cranky. That's it. That's literally the whole game. The year 2020 to 2021, someone spiked the punch big time. Everything went mental. Bitcoin went from 4K to 69K. NASDAQ doubled in like a year. The Marina apartment I bought in 2019 for 4.8 million dirhams? Bro, people are offering me 13 plus million today. So why does it suddenly blow up like that? Did your apartment suddenly get a private beach? Nope. Did Bitcoin magically start being useful for everything overnight? Nope. It's simple. There was just way too much money floating around the system. That booze equal to global liquidity. That means money printers keep working for the central banks. Right now, the money printers aren't going as wild as 2021, so the party is a bit calmer. And everyone's acting like the club's about to shut down. It's not shutting down, it's just 2 am, not 6 am. You get me? Let me show you the one chart that scares me and excites me at the same time. US debt. 2006, $8 trillion. 2019, 22 trillion. 2020 they added 5 trillion in 1 year like it's nothing. Today, right now, $37.1 trillion. They're adding a trillion every 100 days. A trillion every 100 days. Every time they add that debt, they're basically printing money. More drinks at the party, your assets go up. It's that simple. If they stop adding debt fast, your assets stop going up fast. If they actually start paying debt back for real, everything crashes 70 to 80%. Dead serious. But here's the part nobody wants to say out loud. They will never actually shrink the debt. Because if they do, unemployment goes to 15%, property drops 60%, people can't pay mortgages, riots start, politicians get thrown out. Bro, nobody wants that smoke. So they're gonna keep printing forever if they have to. This is the biggest cheat code in finance, and most people still don't get it. Every morning before I even look at prices, I check one chart, the Global Liquidity Index. Just type GLI on TradingView, the yellow line. This yellow line literally shows how much liquidity is in the system right now. When it rises, markets move aggressively. When it's flat, things stagnate, no real excitement. When it drops sharply, panic hits, prices crash, people get burned. 2020-2022, it exploded from 19 trillion to 31 trillion. Since 2022, it's been chilling around 29 to 30 trillion. Longest calm period in 15 years. That's exactly why everything feels heavy, why we get pumps and then dumps, why Bitcoin hits 109k and then 74k. But here's what actually made me start smiling this month. Every single dip in that yellow line is higher than the last one. 2022, 2023 and 2024 dip are made higher lows. July 2025 dip, higher again. They're not letting it crash. That's why I'm completely unfazed. Now, let's talk about the thing everyone keeps blaming, the Japan yen carry trade. Sounds scary and complicated, right? Let me break it down like I'm explaining it to my little brother. For 25 years, Japan had 0% interest rates. So every smart guy, hedge funds, rich housewives, etc., would borrow Japanese yen for free, swap to dollars, buy NASDAQ, Bitcoin, Dubai property, whatever was popping. Free money, bro. Genius. Then Japan finally woke up and started raising rates. Suddenly, borrowing yen costs 1 to 2%. The free money party is over. Everyone has to sell some stuff to pay back the loans. That's what caused the big drop in August September. But here's the truth nobody's really talking about. What happened was just a one time event. Yeah, it caused a bit of a mess, but the overall system, it's still strong, still full of liquidity, nothing's broken. Our market dropped 15 to 20%, a correction, nothing more. Meanwhile, Bitcoin, that tanked 33%, huge difference. So when you step back and look at the bigger picture, it's not a crash, it's just a momentary wobble. That's it, no drama. We're already bouncing back as I'm recording this. It's not the apocalypse. It's just a short shake-up, a little chaos that gets cleaned up quickly. Here's the real talk. Why will they never let a true crash happen? Because the system is too big, too interconnected, and the money flowing through it is massive. Every correction gets managed, every panic gets absorbed. The market may wobble, people may freak out, but a full-blown crash, they won't allow it. Why? Because if liquidity actually dropped 40%, half of America could suddenly be out of work. Companies wouldn't be able to keep paying their employees. Layoffs would hit everywhere. Dubai property? Imagine values getting cut in half practically overnight. People who thought they were sitting on gold would be underwater. NASDAQ could lose 70 to 80%, wiping out trillions in wealth in weeks. Governments wouldn't be able to pay anyone. Social programs, salaries, even basic services would grind to a halt. Streets would fill with chaos. The truth is, nobody in power wants that on their resume. Not Trump, not Xi, not any of the people running these systems. So every crash you see, it's managed, controlled, smoothed over. The system might wobble, but a full-scale collapse, they make sure it never happens. Every single time the market teeters on the edge, think 2022, 2023, even July this year, suddenly something happens. China announces $1 trillion stimulus. The Fed hints at rate cuts. Someone steps in and stabilizes everything. It looks like magic from the outside, but it's not luck. It's deliberate, calculated, and designed to keep the system alive. This isn't random, it's survival. The system, the governments, the central banks, they'll do whatever it takes to make sure the collapse never goes too far. So the next time the charts look terrifying, remember, there's always a safety net we don't see. So yeah, the next 6 to 12 months, markets might still be choppy. Corrections, panic, sideways moves, it's all part of the process. But once we hit 2026 to 2027, the game changes. The printers start rolling again, liquidity floods the system, and the markets respond. Every new all-time high in liquidity means new all-time highs in assets. stocks, crypto, real estate, you name it. This is going to be the single biggest wealth creation phase any of us will likely see in our lifetime. Opportunities like this don't come around often, and when they do, you want to be ready. So while the short term might feel uncertain, the long term picture, it's massive. The potential here is historic. And now Bitcoin. Oh man, everyone's losing it over Bitcoin right now. From 109k down to 74k, and people are declaring it dead again for the 500th time. Meanwhile, I'm smiling. This dip? Honestly, it's the best thing that's happened to crypto in years. The last run was pure degeneracy. 100x leverage, people buying because number go up only. Now all the weak hands are gone. Tourists deleted. Who's left buying right now? BlackRock, Fidelity, MicroStrategy, sovereign funds, whales. They're accumulating quietly while Twitter cries. Bitcoin is finally growing up. 10 years ago, it crashed 90%. 5 years ago, 80%. Now, a 30 to 40% drop barely shakes the market. That's what happens when an asset class matures. It learns to handle volatility without collapsing. Look at gold. It drops 30% all the time, and nobody ever declares gold dead. Bitcoin's heading in the same direction. The point is, these dips aren't failures. They're part of the process that turns a speculative asset into something real, resilient, and lasting. One day, Bitcoin will be boring and trading in seven figures. Right now, I've got about 10% of my entire net worth in BTC. I went big at 76 to 78k, didn't hesitate for a second. And if it dips even lower, I'll add more, no questions asked. Because here's the thing, I know exactly how this movie ends. It's not about panic or hype, it's about the long game, and the final act is massive. Alright, here's how I see it unfolding. The next few months, yeah, it's still going to be choppy. There might be one more scary dip, completely normal, don't panic. Mid to late 2026, that's when the game changes. Central banks kick into full 2020 mode again, printing, pushing, doing whatever it takes. And from 2027 to 2029, that's when the floodgates open and money pours in like crazy. I'm talking Bitcoin hitting 300k to 500k plus, NASDAQ 40k to 50k, prime Dubai real estate, easy 100 to 200% gains if you pick the right buildings. Strap in, it's going to get wild. Before you go, let's rewind a bit and put things in perspective. March 2020. NASDAQ is plummeting to 6,800. Every chat group, every forum, every news headline screaming, "Don't buy, the world's ending." And what did I do? I bought as much as I could. It's now 6 to 8x. Not a fluke, just knowing when to act. Fast forward to October 2022. Bitcoin crashes to 16k. And guess what? Same panic, same tears, same hysteria. Did I sell? No. Bought more. Today it's 74k and I'm still buying. The lesson here? Markets panic, people freak out, headlines scream disaster. But opportunities like this, they don't vanish. You just have to recognize the pattern. Same movie, different year. The characters change, the headlines change, but the plot, it never does. So tell me, which side are you gonna be on this time? Thanks for watching.